Warriors, my name is Emily and I hope everybody's doing well at this time, and today I'm going to help teach you on how to paint King Warrior on a rock. So your first step is maybe go for a walk or maybe out in your garden and go find a rock. For instance, I have a nice small rock here. So the first step is going to be gathering your materials. So what you're going to be needing today is your paintbrush, your rock, your piece of paper, a plastic plate, a cup for water, and your colors. So the colors that we'll be using today is brown, white, black, yellow, and red. So the next part is that you're going to want to take your piece of paper and put it on your table to protect whatever table that you will be using. And then you're going to take that plastic plate and you're going to distribute your colors onto the plate. These are kind of the portions that I'll be using today with my smaller rock. Also, you want to get set up some water in your cup to make sure you can wash your paintbrush in between. And one last thing is that I have a piece of paper towel with me in case I want to rub something or I want to dry off my paintbrush in between. Okay, so first off, we're going to paint our background first. So I want you to take your paintbrush, dab it in your yellow, and just paint your rock all the way. Make sure to get the sides a little bit and your strokes nice and even. Try and keep them going the same way to keep consistency. Okay, so once your yellow has dried, I want you guys to wash your paintbrush, dry it off a bit, and then we're going to dip into some brown. So once you have some brown on your paintbrush, I want you to envision a nice circle on your rock. Luckily my rock is pretty circular, so it's kind of easy to follow. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint the mane or the fur in the background. So what you're going to do is you're going to paint a brown circle around the edge, or for instance around the edge of my rock. Okay. And we want this circle to come all the way around to make it look like fur. Like so. Once you have your mane, let it out to dry and I'll give you the next step. So once your mane is dry, I want you guys to take your brush. You don't have to wash it in between. What we're going to do is we're going to mix this lighter brown. So I want you guys to take some brown, put it in a different spot of your plate, and take some of that white that you put on your plate, and then mix it together. So the next part is that you're going to fill in your circle that you made with your mane, with your lighter brown. Make sure that the lighter brown either overlaps or touches all of that darker brown edge. Like so. So the next step is that we're going to create King Warrior's ears here. So you're going to take that same lighter brown that you just made and go on one side and the other side and make a half C or a C shape within your mane, and then color it in, and then do that on the other side so he has two ears. Like so. Okay, so the next part is that we're going to make his mouth here. So you can't really tell here, but we're going to make it slightly even lighter brown. So if you still have some of that brown left, you can just add some more white. I'm pretty happy with that brown. So the next part is that we want to make sure we have good spacing to be able to fit his eyes and his mouth. So what we're going to do is that we're going to be drawing 2 little circles on the bottom half of his face. So half of it will be in his mane, that brown circle we started off with, and half of it will be on his face. So just take a look here before you start painting. And then another circle right beside. Okay. Once your paintbrush is all clear, we're going to dip into that gold. The next part, we want to make sure you're measured. So right now you have your mouth, leave room for your nose, and then your glasses. So about halfway through his face, just under the ears. Next part is that you want to start from that middle circle and just paint a yellow line across his face. Okay, we're just going to start off with that yellow line. Okay, so once you have your line, we're going to make the actual eyeball part. So dip into some more gold there. And then you're going to want to make kind of an oval shape. An oval / circle. Go in between and make another oval / circle. I'm going to have some more yellow here. Right in between that band that you just created. Try and make them about the same size. Next up, you're going to wash your brush, get that gold right off, dab it on your paper towel, and we are going to create his nose. So his nose is a light pink color. So how we're going to make that is you're going to take some of your red and some of your white. You're going to mix it together until you have your light pink. So next you're going to take that light pink that you just made and you're going to create a triangle in the middle of those 2 circles of his snout here. So that triangle is you're going to do one little line and then another little line. One thing to keep in mind is you kind of want it to line up with the middle of your glasses. And then you're going to connect the 2 lines and then just color it in. After you've completed your nose, you need to wash your brush again, dry it off, and then we're going to dip into the black. Now when using black, make sure you only dip in a little bit. You don't need too much. Just a little bit on your tip there. What we're going to do is you're going to create the visor part in the glasses. So you're going to go into that bigger oval and color in a nice little black circle. Now in our photo here, we have it connected, so you're going to paint it into the other one and create another little oval. After you're done with your glasses, you want to dip into a little bit more black, and we're going to create the inside of King Warrior's ears. So remember that C motion we did to make the ears? We're going to do the same thing, but with the black and a bit smaller. Make that C nice and little. So now we want to create his mouth. So you're going to dip in a little bit into that black again. And do you see this little space in between our 2 lighter brown circles? You're going to connect them at the bottom with your black. Like so. And then you want to color that in. Nice and little. Still keeping that shape. Once you have that, we're actually going to use the other end of your brush to create his whiskers. So what you're going to do is you're going to flip your brush over, dip it ever so slightly into your black. You might want to test it on that paper to see what size of circles you're going to make. And then on each one of those lighter circles, we're going to create maybe 3, maybe 4 little whisker dots. After you are done your whiskers, make sure to wash your brush very thoroughly and dry it off so all of that black is off of your brush. Next, we are going to create his teeth. You're going to take some of your white, kind of like the black, just a little bit, just a tad there. And we're going to kind of go directly under his whiskers and his eye and create a little triangle to create his teeth. 1 and 2. I'm going to add the final part to King Warrior, and that's going to be his tongue. So you're just going to take your red, once again, just a little bit on your brush, because it'll be small. Gonna go in that black kind of triangle piece we made before and create a half circle facing down. And color it in. And there you have it. There's King Warrior.